Again, another video over integrals, and this is number 11 from our homework sheet. And number 11 says, take the integral from 0 to 1 of 1 minus x to the ninth dx. So, you have the number 1, so you can pull that out. And remember, whenever you have a like just a whole number, that's going to be 1 times x to the 0, which of course anything raised to the 0 is 1, so that would just give us 1 for this case. So that explains why that is number 1. So anyway, the 0 would be the n, so we have our n plus 1, x to the 0 plus 1. That is going to be minus our exponent out, or our number 1 in front of the x, because that's just implied or should be understood, minus 1 over our n, which is 9, plus 1, x to the n plus 1, and that is being integrated from 0 to 1. So this just leaves us with 1 over 1 x to the 1 minus 1 over 10 x to the 10 from 0 to 1. So we just go through and clean that up a little bit. So we'll have x minus 1 over 10 x to the 10th from 0 to 1. Okay, so bringing the equation over from our last slide, there's what we're evaluating. So keep in mind the function that we had, our f of b minus f of a, and again the number 1 there is going to be our b, and the 0 is going to be our a. So now we just go through and plug in those values. So we're going to have 1, so we're going to have 1 minus 1 over 10 of 1 raised to the 10th. And so, as you can tell, there's a b and there's our b. And there's going to be minus our a, which is 0, minus 1 over 10 times 0 to the 10th. So there's our f of a. So that leaves us with 1 minus 1/10 minus 0, because 0 minus 0 is 0. So that's going to be 1. You could go ahead and just write that as 10 over 10, so that way we can have a common denominator, since we're going to need one to subtract those. And so that's just going to leave us 9 over 10. And that is equal to the integral from 0 to 1 of 1 minus x to the 9 dx.